about the song Chainsaw Lily. Like, can you tell us a bit more about it? Because for me, as I understood, it's like has a neoclassical element, and it definitely differs from the rest of the album.
Okay. Well, I think regarding the lyrics, you have to ask Chris everything.
At first, I thought it's a good idea to call it Chainsaw Lily, because I have a cat here called Tilly, and she's get on my nerves the whole day because she's 7 months old and jumping around here in my studio, and she has a voice like the chainsaw.
Okay.
And it's a black cat, and that was the reason why I got this idea to call this song Chainsaw Lily. It's nothing special, but Chainsaw Lily sounds really good, I think. So that is a small story behind this lyric.
Kind of unique classical elements that you have in the song.
I guess you're talking about the guitar solo, don't you?
Mm-hmm, yes.
The guitar solo, the famous guitar solo. Yes, that's right. It's a funny story because me as the guitar player, you always have the problem if you're doing especially some solo stuff. Mm-hmm. You always try to do something new. Mm-hmm. When you're doing this for me, for example, for 40 years now, it's pretty difficult to do something new. So it's always a challenge to find something which fits to the song, mm-hmm. or put the song to the next level, because that's the only reason for putting a guitar solo in a song, put it on the next level, because otherwise after 2 minutes it's getting boring. Yeah, so keep the songs 2:30, no guitar solo. But if it's got 3 minutes or more, you have to do something special. And sometimes I do have some classical stuff I do on my finger practice every day or whatever. And I thought, yeah, this would be a good thing. And I sent it over to Chris. And I said, oh, I'm not sure if this will fit to Hellryder. I said, why? It's going, nah. And this is Gravedigger. That's the funny thing. This classical stuff, this big hero stuff, this is Gravedigger. And I don't think that it fits to Hellryder that well. I said, okay, it's an opinion, I understand, but it fits in well. So I thought, okay, we did a pre-production, I recorded it, and we asked the other guys of the band, and they said, yeah, we like it a lot. So Chris said, okay, let's give it a try. Yeah? But because of this part, it's a little outstanding. That's right. Yeah? And, but I thought, yeah, I like it. It fits. Let's keep it there. But it's funny. I think that's the song I've been asked most in the interviews. Why this solo in there? It's fun. Everybody likes it. But why? I said, yeah, it fits, and I can play.
Yeah, I agree.
It's good.
I listened from the top of all songs, and they all, were in a similar type of. And then I hear this part, like, oh, this is something nice. It's like a little cherry on top of the cake.
Yeah. It's I'm doing the especially the solo stuff differs a lot from the Gravedigger solo stuff, because, as I said, Gravedigger got these big epic chorus. It's a big songs with big sounds and like that. So the big solos fits in there very well, and we like to keep it a lot more dirty, a lot more basic in Hellryder. So I didn't try to do the Guitar Hero stuff, more these like this one, and so this is the only exception we did on the album where a big solo steps into these basic stuff.
Yeah, and it fits well. I completely agree. It doesn't need more, like a little bit is perfect.
It's ear catcher.
Great story.
Ear catcher.
Yes.
Great story how this song came together. So talking about songs, let's go to the lyrics. I'm wondering, because if you look at the Gravedigger, it's very Scottish. There is Scottish culture and history, and here in Hellryder, it's like more aggressive, like more old school, like Hellryder, Knight Rider, like Kill Jesus. So I'm wondering, how was it to make the switch in lyrics, and how did it came together, writing different lyrics?
It's great because I can bring my innerst nightmare to the songs, to kill women and
Be careful.
yeah,
Uh,
I'm telling stories, and I'm a peaceful guy. I would never kill anybody. I can't kill a fly, So, but in my lyrics and in my dreams, I can kill everybody.
Okay.
That is the reason why I use this kind of lyrics sometimes, because I think everybody from you three has this thinking about killing somebody, and
Mhm.
but I can do it in my lyrics and can do it in my songs, so I don't have to go out of the street and kill somebody.
Yes.
So that's the easiest way to bring my aggressions to the people. And look at me,
no, I'm pretty scared.
I'm some Gandalf of metal with my white hair,
Yeah.
and I can. With Gravedigger, we use the historical stuff. What is really funny, because we can kill people also there, and we can do it on the battlefield or kill the king behind. And but on the other side, it's history, and we sing about history with Gravedigger and with Knight Rider and or Hellrider or the devil. Blah blah blah, and yeah, uh, it's funny.
Yes.
Amazing. Will there be a song about the annoying woman who still constantly want your phone number?
Yeah, perhaps girls calling me because they want to kill by me.
Yeah.
You
I
can
don't
make
think I give the phone number anymore to the girls.
Yeah, they will end up like the chainsaw Lily, like the cat.
Yeah, you can put at the end of the interview, you can put my phone number. If you want to kill by Chris Boltendahl, call him, please.
Killed by Chris.
No problem.
Kill by Chris B.
Yes.
He's on the fly now.
Oh, God.
No.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, guys, the song Harder, Faster, Louder on the Hellrider album. Is there anything to do with the back end? Faster, harder, louder.
Yes, of course. We only wrote these lyrics and this song to do it as the main Wacken hymn for the next year. no, of course. That
That would be great.
well, only joking. Yeah, it's a funny thing, because myself as well and everybody who listen to this song and read the lyrics got, of course, the same ideas in mind regarding this is the hardest stage, this is the fastest thing. Of course, we moved the song over to the Wacken guys, Thomas and Holger, and I'm pretty curious about their reaction. But to be honest, it never meant to be in this way when we did it. Yes, the story was I had the riffs and I had the song, and I moved it over to Chris, and he came up with these lyrics with the pre-production, and I had to smile or to laugh a lot when I heard the very first time these lyrics, because they are so perfect, absolutely, except everybody loves it, and 1 week later I had the same idea. This must be Wacken, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but I think it opens some doors to perform on Wacken next year or the year after or whatever, because it fits perfect. Yeah.
That would be great. Fits
I think
perfect.
Hellrider will be the first band who can play similar on all 3 stages,
Yes.
harder stage, on the faster stage, and on the louder stage,
Yes.
We will.
Every stage only one musician. That's would be
Yes,
great.
yes. It's musician in
We
one
will
stage.
top the show of Sabaton. You know, Sabaton
Yes,
is
yes.
2 stages. Hellryder will play on 3 stages.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
and for
dream.
the drummer, of course, in the tint, in the smoke.
You laughing?
Cool.
We have nice comments. So, well, nice. Someone is requesting, Gabriel McPollin is requesting Hellryder. Well, totally understandable, will be hard, but remember still in the AAEC. I think he means Europe, so he wants to see you guys in Dublin here.
Is it the
that's
Eurovision Song Contest this
Yeah,
year?
Eurovision contest. European
Of course,
contest.
Yeah,
Okay,
because Ireland is not the UK.
European contest.
Yeah, Ireland is not the UK, of course. Yeah,
Yes.
but as I said, the main thing is if somebody calls us, we would love to play. Yeah. And
We will
of
do.
course, for the fans, it's maybe a little bit confusion. What's the word? There is a confusion. Yeah, because we get a lot of emails and comments and posts. Why don't you play in Argentina, in Japan, in Indonesia, or whatever, in Australia? You've never been in Australia, or the best thing, you're singing, you got your biggest success about singing about Scotland, and you never performed in Scotland, and that's right. Wow. So why didn't we perform in Scotland? Because we've never been asked to perform in Scotland. We'd love to play in Scotland, but nobody asked us. And this is maybe the main thing what a lot of the music fans don't know. It's not that we don't like to come or we don't get enough money or whatever. We've never been asked. That's the problem.
That's
Promoter job.
And is there any places that you would like to visit that you haven't, played yet?
Yeah, I only can speak for myself, but I had, let's say I, because Gravedigger have been before. I'm talking about Japan. I've never been in Japan before, but last year, or was it 2019?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
had the honor to perform 2 shows in Japan, in Tokyo. And this was the second last entry of my bucket list where I didn't play before. I've played around the world, but Japan and Australia. Australia is the last country for me personally. I never did a show before. I'd love to, but because it's on the other side of the world, and when I talk the other side, it's really the opposite. So you have to travel for 24 hours, and you have to change the planes 3 times or whatever to get there. And this would be that, yeah, if I ever do a show in Australia, then I'm done, then I'm fine. But to be honest, I don't think that this will ever happen because it's a very big thing to get there. But this is the last one. I don't know what Chris is. Chris? Some countries missing?
Like one of my dreams is to play in front of the Stirling Castle in Scotland.
Nice.
To play three albums from the Scottish history, more or less, on 2 evenings in front of the Stirling Castle and Stirling Bridge, with bagpipers, and nearly the same show we did in 2010, but on original places in Scotland. That would be something I have on my bucket list, but I don't know if it will happen now. It's never raining.
Scotland is there, so.
And you'll be wearing the Scottish outfit like you did in the Highland Fever clip?
For sure. I'm sitting here in the kilt now,
In Dublin here, we have here pagan bands who wear kilts, so I think you in a kilt will fit here nicely. We just need to make sure someone wants asks Gravedigger and Hellryder to come here.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Great stuff. We have here a nice comment with Gabriel McPollin. I agree with Egg that the guys are on top of their game with their music career.
Gabriel is
Thank
a
you.
supporter of the band. Huh? He's from the second command now.
Yes.
Yes, he's a big supporter. You are posting stuff and so on, and he said he really likes the Hellryder stuff, and he loves Grave Digger. So, big fan.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
We love this kind of fans.
Your album, Devil is a Goblin. I was listening the last days, thanks to Raw Records, who gave us the opportunity to listen. Great album for me, great songs. My highlights is the Night Rider, the Devil is a Gobbler, Passion Maker. So, can you guess which one will be the favorite by the fans?
That's a good question. For me my personal favorite is Night Rider, the second single, which has been released today, by the way. Yeah.
Yes.
And because for me, it got the biggest hook of the album. Of course, I always be a big fan of big hooks. And I think this one is the song. You hear it once, or you hear the chorus one time, and you can sing along with it. And that, for me personal, this is the main thing which makes a song interesting for me. That doesn't mean that the other songs are bad, of course. But every time Chris came up with these big hooks, said, "Yeah, that's it." Yeah. And of course, I love these harder, faster, louder. I've got this pure energy, like yeah. This is great as well. But for the sing along part, it's my, when I was a young guy and I learned to play guitar, and there's always these big harmonies that I loved a lot. And fortunately, Chris is able to deliver stuff like that, and so that's the main thing for me. But ask a father. You got 10 children. Ask a father, who is your favorite child? What's the answer? It's always the same. Yeah.
So, Chris, what do you
My
think?
favorite song is "Devil is a Gambler" and "Night Rider" too, because I love the chorus, like Axel. And yeah, I think this Enter's "Sacrifice in Paradise" is also a very cool song, I think.
Yes.
And yeah, we will have a couple of lyric videos coming after the release too. And yeah,
No. So, which one do you think would be, the fans would like most? Night Rider?
also because it's a single. No, I don't know at the end. Each album has 2, 3 very popular songs at the end, but not in the moment, because the fans will choose them for the next half year, and then we will see which songs will be the best, more or less, for the fans. The moment it's a little bit too early to talk about that, but I think it will be Night Rider and perhaps Devil is a Gambler.
For me
I
personally,
produce
I
it.
like the Jekyll and Hyde, because it's like a very simple, catchy song. You can, sing along very easily to that.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde is also, I think the first 5, 6 songs have very good hooks. And yeah, we will see. I don't know in the moment.
Yeah.
We are very open for that.
You see, the difference, or no, you can't call it. But you see, this is Hellryder is an album band, so this means we do have 10, 12, or whatever you name it, songs, and everybody can pick his favorite songs. It's not in the way that we do have 1 or 2 singles, which defines the whole song. So we got 8 songs, which is something like a bonus part to the 2 singles. But everybody has the chance to say this one is, and that's very funny because we got some reviews, and every journalist who listened to the album said this is my favorite or that's my favorite, and it differs completely. So we got everything. Somebody loves the bonus track, somebody loves the very first single, and so this is very funny, and that's a good sign, you know. If there a big pool where you can pick out your favorite thing and not this is a single, put some other things on there and I'm done. Yeah. And I don't think that there will be in the end. If maybe, for example, let's call a Spotify playlist. You got the album. I'm pretty sure between the first and the last rank of listenings, there will be not that big difference. For example, like by Ed Sheeran or whatever, yeah, where on the first rank there's 2 billions, and maybe on the last there's 2 millions as well. But you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's really beautiful, like that you made an album, and for everyone it will be something different that appeals. It's really cool, like this idea. My favorite are Faster, Louder, and I think Pacemaker with Kill Jesus did it for me.
Passion Maker, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty 80s. By the way, the whole album, doesn't it sound pretty 80s like for you?
Yes. Yes.
Classical 80s metal.
Yeah, that's the reason I love it. I'm quite young, but I love the 80s stuff. It's amazing, the golden time.
She loves Motorhead.
It is.
Yeah, but like now I am really doubtful which band I like more, Gravedigger, Hellryder, or Motorhead. I'm a little bit leaning towards Hellryder and Gravedigger, especially the whole album. What I heard, it's great. I look forward to new stuff because I listened to this album, so I'm very curious about the future now. So
yeah, this will be very, 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 very special. Yeah, maybe you can keep an eye on our outfit. I don't tell anything more, but keep it in mind when these special things coming out and what I told you.
That sounds interesting.
By the way, what do you think about the outfit of the band?
the outfit is great. Like I always was attracted because Gravedigger was very old school with the Reaper and so on. But I think with Hellryder, the band, you evolved into something more. It went more aggressive. It went more old school, more metal. Like Gravedigger was a little bit melodic parts, and this is like really aggressive, and I think it fits very well with the COVID times and people sitting at home. You can unleash like the beast that you have within by putting this music on and pierce through the walls. It's amazing.
Volume to 11.
Okay.
Volume to 11.
Yeah, it's
Volume to 11, right? Yeah.
And then the laptop flies out of the window because someone is like, no.
Yes.
We were speaking about well, the 80s and so on. So I'm thinking, Chris, how do you think the metal has evolved during centuries, and how do you think that Hellryder is fitting into this change?
Hellryder is you can put it into every decade, you know. It's popular in the 80s, 90s, new century. It's timeless, you know. That is the reason why, it sounds up to date, but it also sounds old school.
Yeah.
And the development of heavy metal is totally different. When you grow up in the 80s, music was more culture, and everybody was more excited for releases and everything. And nowadays you have this internet, every informations are going very fast. But both times had something I enjoy and I hate, you know. And but I love a little bit more the 80s than nowadays. But it's okay. We have to go with the times. And I think that Hellryder and Gravedigger are up to date with everything, with music, and also with their relationship to social media. Yeah, we are happy. And yeah, that's all.
And how do you think the genres evolved, and how do you think in general how the metal music scene developed during the 80s until now?
As I told you before, in the 80s, a lot of things were much more cultural. Like there was a new album, you never saw a video before, you never could hear any music in the internet, nothing. And there was only a release date, And then the record came out, and we were in front of the record store and saw the vinyl, and wow, this is a cover, great, and put it home and put it on my record player there at home, and then wow. And nowadays you have to promote a record 3-4 months in front of the release day, and everybody knew everything about the record before it came out or comes out. And yeah, that is something. I think there's something is missing nowadays a little bit than that was in the 80s,
Well,
the magic of tape.
maybe to add some parts, what Chris already told. The main thing in Hellryder is that this is a real band. So just keeping in mind, real band, which means we're able to meet in a practice room. We're able to perform our songs without any backing tracks, without any fucking stuff regarding the live performance. Put some players on there, put some backing tracks on there, put some backing vocals or whatever, which is absolutely regular in these days. And it is very important for us that the people, what they see on stage, they hear in their ears. So most of the times, many of the bands of our colleagues doing more something like Mickey Mouse playback show, because if you do the stop button, there's nothing more on there than the real acoustic drums on stage. And I don't want to get too much into details, but the only thing I can promise for Hellryder shows is that we are a real band playing real instruments with real musicians. And for me personal, or I think I speak for the whole band, it's very important. This is a part of these, what we call traditional or old style or vintage, you name it, But doing music the way music became great, that was the main thing. Music became great because personalities on stage or musicians on stage did a great show for the fans, just for the fans, not keeping behind some technical fucking stuff, doing their show for the fans. And that's what we try in Hellryder as well, with a very small setup, but with a great passion.
Yeah, you are real.
Well said.
Good last words, my friends.
And there from Gabriel. So can't wait to hear this Hellryder album, guys, after what you have said. So
okay, I think we made this guy, yeah?
So thank you to viewers for watching and participating with questions and all. And we want to thank the guys from Hellryder, Axel and Chris, for joining us tonight and telling us more about this new band. So we post all links below, so check them out. And thank you, Rock of Angels, for promoting this band. And I'm passing the microphone now to Axel and Chris to round it up.
Thank you so much, people. Enjoy it and enjoy the Hellryder, and wait for a new Gravedigger for Hellryder, Gravedigger, Hellryder, Gravedigger, Hellryder, Gravedigger. Thank you so much. And
enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.